Whoa, this is The Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm in North Hollywood with Anthony Van Engel. I'm going to do some interview. We're going to get down to it, dude. Well, we always do the first thing is business, dude.
All right.
Yeah, so take care of your business, dude. Promote yourself. Hype your products, dude.
Hype my products.
Because you got your own brand now.
Got that. That's enough hype for me there. Man.
That's enough. Yeah. You didn't even say your brand, dude.
It's right here.
Fucking awesome.
I've never been much of a self-promoter, but.
All right. Well, you know, you can give your Vans. We're your Vans, dude. We're both Vans guys, dude.
Yeah, we got that covered.
Yeah. What wheels are you rolling on?
Spitfire wheels.
That's right.
Independent trucks.
Indy for life, baby.
Yep.
That's it, man. And that's it. You got some clothes company backing you?
Vans.
Vans
clothing.
Head to toe.
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and I only asked one base question.
All right.
What do you think about the aliens?
Aliens. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I give aliens that much thought. I'm open-minded. Maybe they're out there, man. I don't know.
That's it, man. Not much thought, dude.
I mean, I give other things of that nature a lot more thought than the aliens.
Like what?
Like, maybe like spirituality and like, unseen things that are at work that I believe are at work, but, are hard ideas to kind of grasp.
Yeah, it's some radical shit out there, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, even the stuff that is seen, but like, human nature, you kind of see things in a flat way when we're around it so long, but we really trip on the way shit is, like, in this world. So
some scientists say that this is all really two-dimensional.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you ever checked out that weird shit with the how the optics work in the plate inside your brain, that you've never actually seen light? And you've never actually seen any of this? It's all like...
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, the light comes into your eyes, which with the images and the whole thing, and it goes flipped into the eye, flipped upside down, and goes to the optic nerve and turns into a bunch of electricity, travels through your neural net and hits a plate in the back of your brain or in the middle of your brain, which retranslates it for your brain.
And that's what we're...
Yeah, that's what we see and experience.
Wow.
And some scientists say that that's really just like a two-dimensional like picture that we think is three-dimensional.
Huh. And they're eliminating the idea of other things.
Well, not even that, just like, how we like the depth how you do that, like you can do the weird, like when you're looking at a window, right?
Right.
Trip on windows for a second.
Okay.
Like when you're looking at a window, have you ever done the one where you're looking at the window and the reflection out the window and the reflection at the same time, and you're getting all that information, and people are moving around on it, and fucking there's depth and the whole thing, but really, it's just a two-dimensional surface called a window.
Yeah.
Like windows trip me out. Like I watched something about windows, and it like fried my mind, man.
Yeah.
Because the light doesn't pass through it. Like how does it get through the window?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of shit going on. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we live in LA, dude. It's insanity out there, dude.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane.
So, dude, congratulations on the cover of Thrasher. That's kind of huge, and the big interview spread, dude.
Yeah,
that's pretty radical, dude.
Yeah.
How did you have to? How does that work, man? Like you angle for that, or does Felper call you up, or?
Well, Mike, I dealt with Mike Burnett a lot on it.
Okay.
And then I don't know. He asked me to shoot an interview, and that was actually the first interview I'd done for Thrasher, and being this late into my career or whatever you want to call it, just kind of crazy. I always wanted to have a Thrasher interview.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever late means nowadays. I don't know.
I mean, I did
How old are you?
A couple Trans World ones and for other magazines and stuff. I don't know why Thrasher was always kind of like a mag that. I mean, they were heavily based in SF, and like the photographers. I mean, Burnett shoots a lot up here, but he was, you know, as far as LA photographers, he lives in San Diego, but he'll drive up, you know.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of my guys I end up with throughout my career have just been like LA or work for other mags and stuff. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
how old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Oh yeah.
I'm ancient in skateboarding.
Yeah, that is ancient in skateboarding, man. Like you're
maybe not ancient. It's old.
Like you're a senior skater,
yeah,
dude.
Like 300.
Well, dude, you're coming into your prime though, in a weird way. Like think about all those like crazy dudes who go out there still, man. They're like old. Like what's Caballero's like 50 or something.
Oh, dude, those dudes, yeah, man. They're still doing it. It's sick.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. No, it's a sick thing about skateboarding too, you know, that you can do that, you know. It keeps its history around.
How's your body holding up, man?
Fucking good. I feel like it was better than ever. Now, once you know, my early 20s and shit, it's just like, you know how it is.
Yeah.
It's just a pile, you know. And
It's the pile.
And then you get into your 30s and you start to apply all the shit you've learned over the years, and you start to kind of sort through the pile. You're not really living in the pile anymore, so yeah, it's, you know, definitely pretty good, you know, but I gotta be on top of it now, you know. Shit breaks down quick.
Yeah.
If you're not, you know, in the game of the maintenance on it, you know.
So what, you have a maintenance program, doing yoga? You going to
I just started doing that shit. I've known for a long time, like I'm like, you probably should do that, you know, but I was always kind of like, I don't, you know, like I just didn't get around to doing it, you know. And then recently I've started to do that shit, and it helps.
Does it?
Yeah. No,
Is that a coming thing in the skateboarding world?
I think it's always been around, but I think a lot of people, I think dudes especially, are always like, fucking that shit.
That's full of hot chicks, dude.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the good part of it too. The one class I go to, I'm the only dude, me and some other gay dude. And then like there's just hot chicks. I sit in the back of the room, so it's just
of course you do.
Fucking like 15 asses.
Yeah.
You know.
Box cap all the way, dude.
Yeah.
You're
you know how they dress here.
No, tight, man. That's the thing, man. Yoga, I still resist the concept.
I mean, dude, I just, you know.
How long have you been doing it?
Like 3 weeks.
Okay, you're like a puppy, dude.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to roll in there and be like the new guy who doesn't know anything.
I had to do that, you know. It's trust me, man. You gotta, you know, you gotta put the ego aside. You walk in, you gotta go in with the mat and the fucking. And
do you have a special outfit, man?
No, I just wear trunks.
Just your board shorts.
Yeah. So you know, but dude, I go in there. I almost turned around yesterday because the street it's on is really annoying too.
Okay.
It bugs me. I'm just like, fuck. You know, it's going against everything inside of me, you know, but I'm just like, motherfucker, get in there.
Really?
Yeah,
so the street's giving you trouble on the approach.
No, like you gotta walk in next to this coffee shop with the twisty mustache guys and like fucking there's all kinds of shit.
What the fuck's up with the hipster thing, dude?
I don't know.
Dude, right? Like that shit like came out of somewhere like 2 or 3 years ago, right? Like it just started.
I don't.
Did everybody know? But like, all right, I trip on. We're switching right from yoga to beards. What the fuck's up? Did everybody get the same? Like, get the same code? I'm convinced that shit came from this thing and beamed the susceptible minds, and they all just started growing their beards at the same time. Like, it's on beard growing, because they all got the same length beards.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Like.
I don't know what's going on with that. I'm like that. I've arrived at the old guy in a sense. I'm not old, but like where I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't understand music. I don't understand. I mean, that's been going on for a while though. Like, I don't understand a lot of new shit.
What are you listening to?
I listen to the same old shit.
What's that?
Like everything from like.
You cranking your Depeche Mode, dude, and your Eagles?
No, like I listen to like 80s Ozzy and shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
like
that's skate music all for life.
Yeah, and then, you know, I listen to a broad range of shit, like fucking Rolling Stones, you know, old shit, whatever.
Yeah, you want to get pumped, man.
But, you know.
I don't know what the music is nowadays either.
Yeah, so the beards and the twisty mustache and the artisan fucking...
But they're our age, those dudes, a lot of them. With the Hitler Youth
I think
haircut?
a lot of people, we're lucky, dude. You surf, I skate. We found a home.
I gotcha.
You know,
That's their
twisty
home.
mustache, they just were looking for a home. I think they found it.
That's trippy.
I don't know.
But they're not like Richie Jackson, real twisty mustache, dude.
Oh yeah, the skater, the Australian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did my first interview with Richie Jackson.
Oh, okay.
He's fucking rad.
Yeah, I've never met him.
Dude, he's pretty cool guy, man, actually.
Yeah.
He didn't have a car in LA.
He doesn't have a car.
No.
He just skates everywhere.
Yeah. Gets around, dude.
That's cool.
Pretty radical
Yeah.
in LA.
Yeah.
Dressed like Richie does, twisty mustache, no car, shredding.
Yeah.
I like it. Kind of cutting edge. He has his own home, dude. The Richie Jackson home.
What do you mean?
Like he's his own, like we're talking about dudes fighting around. He's his own
he's got his own home.
deal, dude.
Yeah.
But I trip out. I see him surfing all the time. They all got that weird Hitler Youth haircut with the beard. Kind of a trippy look, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
It's weird.
So you're bumping into those dudes going into the yoga studio.
Well, there's that. There's all kinds of shit, and it's just you got to weed your way through it to get to the fucking. I'm just trying to maintain some shit so I can do what I love to do. The way I want to do it. You know what I mean? And like, whatever. A lot of dudes they got too much pride.
To walk the gauntlet.
Yeah, and like I'm just like, fuck it. I got to try it out to see if it works. I can't just be like,
And it works, from what you can.
Yeah, it's only been a few weeks, but like, yeah, I absolutely feel like I can move better.
Really?
And then the mental side of things, the breathing and the fucking, like I need that shit.
The spiritual program.
Shut this thing down for a minute and.
So you get in there, you're busy focusing on the body and the breathing, so you're not thinking about the fucking twisting beard mustache guy who walked by.
Right, that's when I'm leaving. I put my head down and I quickly beeline it. Because you never know, like someone might be like, hey, what's up? And like,
Yeah. Suck you into the coffee shop for a moment.
Yeah, or just see me coming out of yoga. No, I'm just kidding.
It's Anthony's at the yoga studio with his mat. And then they see the 20 smoking hot Los Angeles women rolling out with you, and they're like, well, I get it.
Yeah, no, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of benefits in there.
Do you eat the healthy thing too, or?
I eat pretty good, yeah. I think, that's another, But then, I'm not like fucking, I'll go and eat whatever too,
Yeah.
I'm not like a total freak about it, but.
Healthy balance.
Yeah, I eat pretty good. I got the fat potential too, so.
What you put on weight?
Yeah, I can.
Really, you pop?
Quickly, yeah.
Really, you can balloon up?
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Like I'm probably like 165 right now. One time, I was getting clean and shit, but I got it to like 200 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's a big
and I'm
guy.
not tall,
Yeah, that's a big guy, dude.
5'9",
Yeah. You could really tell you put on when you have 200 pounds on a 5'9" frame.
Yeah.
But you had the full.
It wasn't like I was young. It wasn't hangy. It was like it just looked wide.
It wasn't hanging, but you looked wide.
Yeah, but dude, even like skating, doing all that stuff, if I start eating like shit a lot consistently, dude, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I just get wide.
Yeah, the food thing's a trip, man. My girlfriend's like been slowly taking like gluten out of my diet. It's been helping a lot. Like going to work and stuff, like now I just eat the stuff that goes in the sandwich without the bread.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, come out of work, be like, I'm burned out after lunch.
I'm fucking tired.
Now drinking a fucking little energy thing or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, dude, why don't you just take the bread off your sandwich?
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. And it helped.
No, it does.
Punk. It's trippy, right? The food you eat, man.
Yeah.
Because before I met her, man, I was Oreo cookies and frozen pizza and coffee.
Yeah. I do the coffee. I'm still on like the fucking energy drinks and all that shit all day.
Those things freaked me out. Like I was doing them for a while. I got spun. Like I think they've like spun me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're weird. There's something weird in that stuff. I'm convinced that the energy drinks, that shit, like in 15 years, where everyone's like, oh, why'd you shrivel up, dude, like a raisin, dude? Like, fucking mountain, the end of the fucking 50 rock stars.
It's gonna be like one of those midday commercials on CNN.
Yeah.
You ever drink Red Bull for 10 years and fucking...
Look at you now.
Yeah, if so, give us a call.
Yeah. We got to replace you.
Yeah.
Like the whole unit.
Fuck.
We're heading that way, though, dude.
Oh, yeah. No,
Fucking
sure.
bionics, man.
Yeah.
Pretty interested about that. Like the people that run with the weird...
Oh, yeah, the fucking... yeah, those crazy, like, blade.
Yeah, but they run faster than people.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Technology's coming, dude.
It's fucking here.
I guess it is here, isn't it? We were talking about that
crazy.
the other night, dude. The fucking dialing in on the phones and the fucking bandwidth and the whole.
Mm-hmm.
So you're an avid user of the technology.
I'm in there. I got the iPhone, you know.
Right.
I'm not that good at the technology, though, really.
That's what bums me out. Like, I always feel like I'm missing out because I don't really dig deep enough to figure out how to fucking manipulate it well enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like, but someone tells me and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dependent upon someone else, like, being like, no, this is the hot way to go. But by then, it's already gone.
Yeah.
Like, the ship left. You missed it.
Yeah, I'm late on that stuff, for sure. You know. Yeah, my boy came over to my house the other day, and he was like, can look up on his iPhone. He can put whatever's on his iPhone on his TV through his Apple TV.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't do this shit? Like, he's just laughing at me because all my shit's running slow and, like, I can't fucking put this up there. And I'm just like, I don't fucking know. Now I got it all going, though.
Yeah.
But I'm late to the party.
No, I had to go back. I had I had to remove the laptop from my, like, reality because I was just, like, constantly behind the curve to the point where I was like, fuck it. Like, I can't keep up with all the viruses and the thises and the that's and the, like, which trips me out on the technology, right? The iPhone doesn't require any of that stuff. And it's just as powerful as, like, your laptop. But the laptop, you got to buy all sorts of weird shit to keep it safe from, like, the outside world. Just one day it bummed me out. I was paying for the fucking Norton. My computer wasn't running, so I had to take it to a guy and figure it all fucking out. And I was just like, I don't want to take my computer to a doctor.
I don't even know. I don't see. You're telling me. I don't even. My shit's just been like. My shit's probably fucking.
Well, it got super slow
right now because I ain't took it in nowhere, and it's slow.
Yeah, it just started, like, it was so slow, and I would just be like, "This is insane," and
yeah,
I would lose my mind because I want it now, right? Like,
yeah, we need it now.
But the iPhone gives it to me pretty much now, unless you got Sprint in Los Angeles like I do, and then you're pretty much fucked. But
yeah,
Sprint sucks. You got a shitty Sprint signal right out front here. I was like, fuck, man.
They used to be the best.
They were dude, when I got this stuff going, the Sprint was like swing. Yeah. Everywhere I went, I had my thing was happening. And then like a year ago, it just went to shit, dude. Every now and then when I'm fully unconscious, I will call Sprint and just
fucking
harass someone, dude. No, like they must have a record of like harass. No, man, you don't understand this bullshit, man. It'll always be something like I'm trying to like. What really bums me out is like the map thing.
Oh yeah.
When I'm like, I gotta get somewhere, man. Like, what the fuck?
When you're here but the blue dot's over here.
Yeah, you're like, dude, and it's spinning and it's not. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, this is fucked, man. Because now I used to be a map guy.
You gotta get the Thompson guy out again.
I know, dude, but that's what I mean. I used to roll with all that shit.
You gotta go back to the dark ages, get a twisty mustache and a Thompson guy and the fucking.
Those guys used to. There was the mutton chops, man. You had the big mutton chops going and a sextant.
What the fuck's that?
That's that thing that thing that they look at the stars and navigate with, right. Man. That's how those guys used to roll, dude, off the stars. They'd look up in the sky and go, that's north. Going north, but I want to go west. I'm going over that way. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I don't have any of that shit in my car anymore. Yeah. It kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, we're really reliant on this.
Because I literally was driving here, and it was like, I looked, because due to Sprint, I couldn't get the signal where I started in the Palisades.
Yeah.
So I hit it on the 101, and it had like 4 different options. So I hit the 17-minute one versus the 19-minute one. And it was like, get off here, and like, I don't know this. I don't know where I am really. Like, I don't truly, because I did it with Google, know where I think the 101's that away.
Yeah,
but I went under a freeway, and I was like,
yeah.
And it's just like, it's keep going. I'm like, okay. And then I pulled up, and I'm like, it says this is the spot. Unfortunately, I'd been here before, because I would have been like, okay, I'm going to get jacked.
Shit.
So we are here. This is you're part owner of this warehouse.
Yeah, it's
facility?
me and four other guys: Guy Moreno, Brandon Beeble, Mark Johnson, Dylan Reeder.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
And this is your training facility.
Yep.
This where you work it out.
This is where we skate a lot, because there's fucking nowhere to skate in the street.
What's up with that? You're like the.
I don't know. It's just fucking illegal. Well, there's shit out there. It's just. It's not like it used to be. There used to be so many spots. Like, we go and post up all day and skate,
Where the cops just come down and just say, you guys are out.
Or they just, they made them unskateable, like skate-proofed them, or, I mean, coming to mind is like a spot we used to be able to skate all the time, which was at USC, like through this area where like the students walk through all these ledges, and curved and stuff, and you could go up on them, whatever. And they cut like big dirt gaps around all the ledges, so there's,
Oh, you can't even get to them.
You can't get to them anymore, but it used to be like outside all day, at a spot, and it was illegal then. They would chase you out here and there, but
yeah, now they've officially just done it.
And like there was a number of those spots around LA. It seemed like growing up. But
who bought the West Outlet courthouse? Right, someone bought
Nike.
Nike bought the courthouse just.
I don't know if they bought it or if it was a deal with the city. I have no idea what happened.
That's
true.
true.
That's they're the ones who
trippy, like some old shitty spot.
Happen.
They're like, here's your spot. Like
yeah. Oh yeah, the courthouse. I guess you could go there.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's like like the whole thing was it was like a novelty, like go rip the courthouse. But now that it's like almost a spot, it's like who cares? They're gonna wear.
Yeah, well, they put metal edges on it, which I mean, it's sick. Like it's a place you can go skate outside, and like it's a big area. I'm not taking anything away from it, but these days it's like you go to the parks, everything is fucking metal edge train tracked. It's like perfect. You get on it, you grind 35 feet. It's just like the courthouse was rugged. Before. Ledges were all chipped up and shit. I don't know. That's the essence of street skating. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just combat.
Yeah, dude. And it's just like, so when you're ripped through a ledge at 10 feet, like, you really felt like you did something. Now you go to the courthouse, you just fucking, there's these kids, they go 2 miles an hour, they get their headphones in, and they're just on that thing.
Going.
Coast
Spinning and flipping, oh my.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't have to battle through the chunks.
No.
So it's that whole aspect. Is that whole aspect of it changing? Like, I mean, as a street skater, like I'm what 10 years older than you, right? Like when we first were rolling through the streets, dude, nobody fucking was looking at you, dude.
Yeah.
In the late '80s.
Yeah.
No one even batted an eye.
Yeah.
You were just fucking cruise around any city in America.
Yeah.
And then it became like,
mm-hmm.
as it became like a scene, like, well, we didn't stop either. You were always just rolling.
Yeah.
Then the cameras came and people kind of started posting up,
mm-hmm.
and it became illegal, and it's a weird evolution. Like it's one of those like cartoons almost, where it starts all like nature, and then the cabin comes, and then the city comes, and like just the chasing out of the thing. Where's the street skater go now? He's sucking. I was reading something about like skate parks are like prisons, kind of for street skaters.
I look at it like that too. Like I see these cities, they build. It's funny, dude. You go to a skate park, and I mean, most of the time when I go to a skate park, I always see 2 to 3 cops that go by.
Oh yeah.
And I trip on it. I'm just like, you build this square area. We got them all in here.
Put a fence.
And then put a fence around it, and then the fucking cops are, constantly, it's like we got them all corralled right here, and we can just patrol this little zone here.
Yeah, they're not out. Yeah.
And then the worst thing is when they come in and fucking start writing tickets for
helmets and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's
fucking
weird.
Stupid.
But that's what's crazy. State of California, like skating was like 12 years ago declared a hazardous activity. It's like horseback riding.
Yeah, or
liability rolls
basketball,
on
right?
Yeah, liability rolls on the participant.
Yeah.
Like it was all to remove liability from property owners. That when people skaters were skating on their rails and shit, was like,
Yeah.
all right, let's just make it like horseback riding.
Yeah.
You fall off your horse in someone's property, it's bad on you, dude. Move on. So I don't get the whole. I'm a huge anti-pad guy, though. My 10-year-old stepdaughter starting to skate. I'm like, I got her helmet.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? My generation, we didn't wear helmets for fucking anything. So I to put a helmet on me is like, it's weird.
Yeah.
But I go, you know what? You're learning what the fuck, man? You might as well have a helmet on. Like you crack your melon, dude. There's no coming back from that.
No.
Like
there isn't. That's that's the thing. Like,
things change, right? Like
Yeah,
I encourage it on like
head.
one start. I don't give like. There was this kid who rips. He's got to be like 22 now, right? But he would always wear his helmet, and people would give him a hard time a little bit. He'd go down to like Venice and stuff. They give him a hard time a little bit, and I was like, it's just a different gender. Like, good for him.
Yeah.
If it was if I was that guy and it was second nature to me, I would wear a helmet.
Yeah.
All the time. Why not? Fuck.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm out surfing where the water's kind of soft. So that one time I used to go to the event, Oxnard skate park. I gotta wear a helmet, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I'd never go to a skate park where you had to wear any of that shit, right? And I'm like, all right, fuck, it's my local, like the closest one to my house. And I was wearing the helmet one day, and I was doing some thing on some curb ledge bank fucking dealio, and I fucking slipped out.
Yeah.
And I fucking hit my head so hard back here, it shot my sunglasses across the park.
Yeah.
And I got up and I was like, dude, if it hadn't been for the helmet, I'd been dead.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt about it. Like, it shot my sunglasses so far, I was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I take it now as like, when they're requiring it, that's like God telling me. It's like, we're going to save you. It's like the sign says, I'm going to help you fucking protect yourself because you're kind of a retard anyhow.
Right.
I'm a little uncoordinated, kind of. Like, on a certain level.
I am too. Definitely. Can be a little accident prone.
But like, I grew up in that whole thing where you learn to, I don't put my limbs out, man. Tuck and roll, take it to shoulder, you know?
Oh, yeah. You gotta tuck and roll.
But it's like a weird thing. Like, it's a weird thing with like when I had a responsible for a kid. Like, she's my stepdaughter, right? So I'm like,
right. I don't think there's anything wrong with pads or a helmet. You know what I mean? But like, I think the enforcement of it across the fucking board is, you know, I think everybody.
Yeah, I think under 18, like, okay, a little bit. You know, you guys are minors. But I go, when you're an adult, when you break out your ID, and I go, you know what, man, I'm 19 years old and above.
But like, even knee pads and elbow pads, like, come on.
Yeah,
Street skating, who the fuck goes to their knees? That's vert.
Yeah.
That's like
It doesn't. Well, that's the weird.
You knee slide and vert. You tuck and roll. Like, so I mean, really, if they really want to like protect people, you should be wearing like shoulder pads like a football player.
Well, the weird thing is like, I can't use knee pads like in pools or skating any of that because I've never
learned how to knee slide.
Yeah, there was a moment like where I was feeling old. You know, I was like, I'm like 40 something, man. Maybe I'll start wearing the pads and like, you know, try to up my game because I sort of plateaued off. Mm-hmm. You know, I skate safe to skate another day. I go, man, you know, I don't have health insurance and all this kind of stuff. So I got to just like skate to stay safe. But I was like, I kind of want to get back into the game, you know, spin a little bit, dude. And I got the pads on. And I was like, I had to like learn to slide again, and then I didn't wear them one day, and I didn't know how to fall. And I was like, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Like, now I don't have the pads on. I'm gonna fuck myself up even worse than when I had the pads on because I am not a pad guy.
Yeah.
Like, I got my system dialed. You see the kids now with that weird shit they're doing in the pools where they just like slide everything out. Like when they go for the big trip, they do that weird butt slide deal, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty radical.
Yeah. No, it's gnarly.
You skate the pools?
I do a little bit. It's been a while.
Those things are gnarly.
Yeah, pools are fucking rugged. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole weird.
Yeah. No, they're gnarly.
But as you were saying, like as a skater, like, I don't know, getting older, if you will. Like skating's your passion, right?
Yeah.
Life force type shit,
yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Are you eyeing like the adjustment of like, do you go not do things you would have normally done 10 years ago to like, man, or are you still balls to the wall like, fuck it, dude, I'm going, dude, I don't give a fuck yet?
No, it's all pretty, calculated, I guess, in the sense of like risk. Like so we were talking about the other night, everyone's tripping on people surfing fucking 50-foot waves, just like, what the fuck? And you're like, no one's fucking, people actually obviously die doing that, but no one sees the fucking hundreds of days of surfing, waist-high waves that, so skating in the sense for how long I've been doing it, it's like, most of the things I do, I feel pretty comfortable with, I've never been somebody that's like putting myself in like a, huge amount of risk, in a sense, if that makes any sense.
No. You're practice. You got your practice facility. You're working the bugs
but
out.
Is there certain things at my age that maybe I would have jumped down like on an impact level that I don't really feel like I want to deal with anymore? Yeah, but there's other avenues of skateboarding that I can go down that I think are just as like progressive or whatever for me. That aren't as demanding.
Yeah, that whole thing, because when I was in my jump ramps were like a thing, right? And I was, dude, somewhere in my brain, I was like, nah, like they were a big deal, dude. When I was like 19, like the thing, like jump ramps and and I would look at it and be like, something doesn't make sense here, like bam.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
I just would avoid the jump ramps. And all my bros that I roll with, all knees are all jacked up, dude. Like, because I somehow intuitively was like, man. That fucking can't be good for your like stuff. Like the compact. Like I see like almost like those big, huge stair gapper guys. Like, it's like, do you get to skate forever after doing that for a decade?
Right. No. A lot of them have to, segue into smaller types of skating for sure. Like, I still jump and abuse my body in a sense, you know what I mean? But it's not.
Well, we're masochists, right?
Yeah.
Like
no,
that's
that's the, for me, that's like, when I've been completely depleted of everything from skating, trying to trick or whatever, like, I'm like fucking, nothing in the world can bother me. Even if I didn't even get it, the trick necessarily, but just that complete focus and, depletion on every level of my body to skating, like, after I'm just like stoked.
You got to do like the thing where like some of these guys got to sit in like bathtubs, ice cubes and shit like that.
Yeah, I do that shit.
Really, man?
Yeah.
That's gnarly. That's radical, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like cold.
I do it because then it's like, okay, we just finished a 5-year video. Working on a fucking video for 5 years.
Your Vans video.
Yeah.
That's coming out, right? Premieres?
Yeah, that's coming out.
Congratulations on that. It's like your season.
Yeah, no, again, having another season. Fucking another summer. I always used to be like, I got 4 summers left.
Right?
Yeah, just like, it's always going to end.
Dude, when I remember I turned 30 and I was like, I only got X number of years left to be like a surfer and chase it down.
Yeah.
Dude, my surfing hasn't really clicked in until I got turned 40.
Yeah.
Like it was weird, like that whole month. But now I look around, like I work with the guy who's 56, still out there surfing, and I'm like, okay, I got till I'm 56. But I know this other guy who's out there charging all sorts of stuff, 68.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. It's like a weird, it's like, so you blew it past your 5 summers. Couple times.
No, I keep fucking arriving in another summer.
But now is like for the guys who fall off, right?
Yeah.
It's hot, a lot of hot young talent. Like everybody's got their pitfalls in life and the whole thing.
Right.
Like in the skating world, what's kept you able to have another set of 5 more summers type of deal? Like, is it the work dedication? Are you one of those, like, I remember talking to Joe Hemeke, right? And he was talking about some of these guys don't fucking show up, man. I don't want to do a shoot. They're fucking late. They don't show up. They blow me off, man. Christian Svitak, man, I can call him up anytime. He's there. Boom, ready to go, man.
Yeah.
Talent level, the guys who don't show up all the time, great talent, but they don't show up, so they're fucked. So this dude who's really good, but not maybe as talented. You know what I mean? Is it a work ethic thing that keeps the summers coming, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a bit of that, for sure. I think that there's a lot of things, man, avoiding the pitfalls as you move through something like skateboarding, and sponsorship and all that shit, the freedom, the potential money to be made, and fucking all those things which for young people are great, but also can be huge problems that usually blow dudes out, like
Hollywood.
Yeah, like fucking, that burns out most dudes right out the gate, like 5 years,
The freedom to just turn it up.
Yeah, dude, and like fucking everyone's, like, in skateboarding, like, that kind of chaos is celebrated.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what we celebrate, that's where we come from, it's just like, whatever, just fucked up shit, but I think later, I mean, that's a lot of luck, and then later on, like now, I think it's a work ethic, but I credit a lot of that to being around a lot of dudes who are super talented, who had insane drive, who are some of the best in skateboarding ever, and I was lucky enough to be on teams in situations of making films and stuff for long periods of time, and skate with these dudes and see how they operate, and kind of take that into myself,
So a lot of peer group kind of thing, paying attention
to
your elders.
Because those dudes, I mean, I know they would all say that they had mentors or whatever that they would equate their drive to or whatever, but I look at a lot of those dudes like Guy Mariano, for instance, who's one of my favorite skaters growing up, and that dude's just won't stop, and he still will outskate a fucking 20-year-old, and he's still relevant and always ripping and progressing, and I look at that and I'm just like, fuck, and that's my go-to, when I look at dudes who are still doing it, and I just try to follow that a little bit, even though, Guy's some other shit.
Yeah,
He's like a fucking
but
god,
it's interesting because you see a lot of it there seems to be a longevity crew.
Yeah.
And then just flash in the pans.
Yeah.
Like throughout the thing. I mean, you look at some of these guys who we're talking about at the Papas documentary versus like where Tony Hawk is. Like, that there was so many guys that but one dude was like a crew of dudes were like,
yeah,
I'm a skater, and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're skating through, like, the whole thing.
I definitely, I guess, when I've definitely been at those crossroads in all this time of doing it, where I'm just like, kind of lost in it, where I'm like, what am I even, what's the relevance of whatever I'm, just getting all fucking, and like, but I always get back to the simplicity of skate, like, whatever, like, you're here, you might as well just focus on this thing and try to get back to the basics of why you did it, and just, focus that attention on it, because you can't go wrong with that, until, like, life,
it's still the roll down in the supermarket, right? Like,
or it's just like when I'm going out, it's like I don't got to put all this shit on it. Like, I put a lot of pressure on myself because you got a lot of eyes on you, and it's how I make my living, and it's all these things, which, I have to take serious. I have to perform at that whatever is expected of you, I guess. Or to do my best. And sometimes, if I don't just focus on the day, like go out, have fun with it, and skate, focusing on the big picture will I won't even be able to do that.
You gotta be here now, and
yeah, you know, it'll, and I've suffered in that for months, even fuck a year at a time, where it's just like no skating's gotten done because I'm so afraid to do it.
really, like writer's block almost.
Yeah,
Skater's block, because the pressure's on.
Yeah, and it's just like, and then I'm like, I'm getting old, I'm sore, I'm all these fucking things, but it's my fucking head that's sick, and it's causing, and I'm not like moving and doing it, you know. And as soon as I let go of all the bullshit and be like, I don't give a fuck what people are gonna think or what it's gonna look like, just fucking do it, have fun with it. Because what's the worst that's gonna fucking happen, man? Like, you've already made it this far, just fucking being outside under the sun, skating every fucking day. You're like, you already won, dude. Like,
Yeah, you're already
even if
won.
you gotta go get a fucking job tomorrow and it's over and you fucking did it. What in the fuck are you tripping on,
Yeah,
man?
you beat most people to, like, you lived. You didn't just
dude.
exist.
Yeah, like, fucking stop. Just fucking skate, dude. And when I get to that, it's just like, yeah, then it opens wide up and it's enjoyable again, and it's fucking, you know, I'm not tripping on it.
So what, like, but in that whole mindset, like, what's like rolling on, like, doing some crazy 5-year movie project? I mean, is like, how does that?
It's just that simple. You can't look at it like that.
You just stayed in your day and skated and did.
Yeah, that's when I was able to do that, and a lot of what I'm talking about kind of was at the start of that.
Okay.
I went through a lot of, and I've been through that in prior years and other things, you know, but yeah, like I had to let go of that. Now I had to let go of, like, I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, man.
Now when they like was there like a day they're like, all right, man, because I don't most people probably don't know this how it works. Like, do they show up one day like Vans or whoever and go, okay, look, 5 years from now we're making a movie, or is it like we're making a movie and it just took 5 years, or is there like a, you know what, you go.
Well, here's how they work. They usually say we're gonna make a video, and then and then, you know, the dude who's making it, Greg Hunt, he's traditionally comes from making big projects, and big projects in skateboarding they're very rare now because they cost a lot of money to do, and it's just like, you got the internet, all these things that can instantaneously
zap it,
put attention on these brands, just like a big project does, where you're kind of your brand and your company is kind of unseen for a good portion of time, in a sense, you know. So, you know, knowing that Greg's gonna take on this video, it's Vans, they want to do something in skateboarding that is, you know, that's not a flash in the pan. That's not, you know, a fucking Instagram or a fucking, you know, a one-man video part. They're gonna do something that's gonna last, you know. So, and you know, just from years prior and the level of skating, it's just like, that's what it usually takes to make those types of films with a group of dudes, you know, with injuries, all the things. That's just the course of time now. It's, you know, anywhere from 3 to 5 years. And I would say, like, when we started, I say 5 years, but I would say, like, intense skating where everybody's kind of on board kind of hits it at the 3-year mark.
Everyone gets warmed into it.
Yeah, you know, at first you're going on trips, and you know, people, and there's a lot of demands by other sponsors now, and people are kind of out there. But as like a certain couple dudes start to really like progress through the filmmaking process, like the skaters and stuff, start to amass footage and shit, then it kind of, it's getting around, and dudes are starting to get on board with it.
Now, is it one of those, like, you have like team meetings, like on the film project, like, let's see what everybody's up to kind of hype everyone up, or like,
well,
how
everyone skates together. So
so everyone's seeing what's going on.
And then you're starting, and then you go on a lot of trips back to back. So you're in this thing together. So you're seeing what's happening, and then once a year we have a team meeting, at least at Vans, you know, where we get together and it happened, that was something that happened during the video process, but it's to go over even things aside from the video.
I got you.
Yeah.
So, but all right, on another level, how hard is it to, like, let's say you nailed something that was radical like 3 years ago.
Right.
Right, but it's sitting in a can somewhere.
Oh, no, it's fucking brutal, dude.
Okay, so there is a whole, like, fuck, dude, I got this radical thing, dude, but I gotta...
No, and then you gotta live with that, and you gotta fucking be worried that someone's gonna go there, either do it or do something better on it.
Oh, wow.
Through that and then they just put it out.
Yeah, beat you to the punch
And
on
that
just
happens like all the time.
some just random kid just comes and blows your spot apart.
And that's another thing of why like doing projects like this are becoming so difficult to do because of that, just that aspect alone of it. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then a lot of people are holding photos from the mags too because you want the video to be a surprise. So in a sense, you're holding back for years.
Yeah, it's gotta be crazy.
So that you can like just blow your load like on everybody and fucking, you know, but it's harder and harder to do that. It used to be easy before the fucking iPhone and the fucking
when VHS taps over, like,
you know, you got a couple videos a year that were fucking, you know, changed the face of skateboarding, and then you would watch those things until they broke, and then the new one came out, you know.
Yeah, I miss the days of like getting your 411 video.
Yeah, no,
that was cool shit, man.
Yeah, no, it was sick. Like, you had to fucking...
Because nowadays it's just coming, man. I put on Instagram, there's just... dude, it's like, it almost split, like, everyone's gnarly nowadays.
Everyone's gnarly, and it really takes the, like... I see so much gnarly shit now, and it's just like, I'm numb to it.
All right, this is the thing I keep talking about every chance I get about. This is what my thing I see, that no one's even broached yet, is the olling up to the handrail, but going to handstand.
Oh, when's this happening?
Yeah, because it seems like it's...
Have you seen the kid who does the fucking backflip?
Yeah, it's mental, dude.
I don't know.
But you know what I mean? I keep putting it out there. It's like some dude's gonna, like, he's got the gymnast skills, is just gonna ollie and just go right to handstand. Because the handstands used to be a big move back once upon a time.
I could see someone fucking caveman handstand, like run up.
No, they got to ollie. They got to ollie into it. They got to ollie into it, dude.
Oh,
that's
man.
Right. But
I mean,
it's doable if you can. It's skate. That's the cool thing with skating. If you can think it's doable.
Yeah.
You know.
I wouldn't. Yeah. No. There's a lot of shit happening out there.
Yeah. But the kids are doing that. How about there was that one gymnast kid before the backflip guy, who would do that crazy shit where he'd fucking backflip over down the stairs and spin around and shit. And then this guy's
the skateboard.
Yeah, he did some weird shit. Like, it was like 10 years ago.
I don't remember.
Have you watched? Hey, on just a side note of weird. Have you watched the kid who fucking jumps off the stairs and lands? He's the big heavy set kid.
Oh yeah, fuck! I love that dude.
What's his name? I made a whole video about him. He blew me away. So
wait, you interviewed him?
No, I made him, but just put his clips on it. Just fucking was like, this guy's radical.
You gotta go find that guy.
He's not, but you know what? The hottest is there's a whole bunch of videos of him slamming.
Yeah.
Doing crazy shit where you're like, dude, that's just like ridiculous. And then there's a video of him actually ripping.
Yeah, no, he rips.
Yeah, where you're like, what is his name?
I
forget. Anyway, but everyone knows who we're talking about.
He rules.
Well, back on the like real life shit. Okay, I like as a skater, like you're all 1099, right? Independent contractors.
Yeah.
Right. How radical is that whole aspect? Do you have health insurance?
I do, yeah.
You have health insurance?
Yeah.
Because I was talking to some other guys. They're like, yeah, we duck out on fucking hospital bills and shit. Like, we don't have all that shit. And they're always getting beat by the tax man. I know I'm a 1099 carpenter. It's like, fuck, bro. Like, the end of the year, like, right now, I'm like, fuck, I had to come up with a couple grand for, man.
Yeah.
Like, so that's some radical shit that gets a lot of skaters in trouble, right?
Oh, yeah, I got in trouble with that shit.
Oh, you did? You had to play ball with the IRS?
Yeah, because, like most skaters, I'm fucking horrible with finances and just numbers and all that shit and how to make money do the right thing for you. I don't know how to do that shit.
Do you have, like, an accountant now?
Yeah, now I have, I have help, with all that stuff.
Yeah, because that seems like a radical thing for these young bucks who come out. They're 1099.
Yeah.
They think they're making cash, but they're not kicking back. They're holding back a chunk.
Yeah.
And then they're not rolling with health insurance.
Yeah.
Because I was talking, I went up to San Francisco and interviewed Gary Rogers. Mm-hmm. Skateline NBD. You ever watch Skateline NBD?
No.
Do you ever watch Skateline NBD?
Oh, on Thrasher?
Yeah, the black kid, dude.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah, so I went up to him, I was like, I want to interview Gary Rogers, dude, because, well, why not?
Yeah.
And his buddy there, the guy who films it, his wife's a big insurance broker. Mm-hmm. And they were trying, like, their big plan is like the skaters almost need to unionize because the industry's really kind of just disposable heroing, like skateboarders, and not giving these dudes like a, hey, bro, look, dude, we're going to give you a check. This is your check, but we're taking a percentage of it and we're putting it into a healthcare account because you're a skateboarder.
Yeah.
Like, not really, like, did you, like, when you first signed on to, like, some big sponsor, they sit you aside and go, look, Anthony, you're a skateboarder, you're going to eat shit, dude, you're going to be in the hospital, so you need to put X number of dollars away and get some badass health insurance and be ready for a rainy day, dude, because you could, like, blow yourself apart.
No, not true.
Yeah, and you got big industry in it, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of irresponsible for all these young athletes in a dangerous. There's surfers are having the same problem. Mm-hmm. Is there one of the surfer guy I know is a pro, got fucked up, man.
Yeah.
But he's a 1099, didn't have a bunch of money saved up, no health insurance.
Right.
He's begging everybody, making the GoFundMe stuff, and pay for his medical bills, but the industry's making money off him.
Right.
There seems to be a little bit of like,
right.
I mean, you can't blame them either. They're a business, but I don't think you're right. That it would seem like a little bit of clarity coming in.
Yeah, no, there needs to be some, for sure, especially with these big brands that are,
Billabong or something.
Fucking
Nike,
even Vans, like all these brands in there, like, you got young kids that are, coming into a lot of dough that are doing something dangerous for sure. There needs to be some guidance involved. I mean, that makes me even think like, we got kids that we kind of sponsor, and like I'm like already like, fuck.
Oh, you're right. As we're talking, like
just thinking like, man, these kids, But then they, like, fuck. When I was a kid and like all that money was coming, I wasn't listening to fucking nobody. I was gonna spend that shit and do it the way I wanted to and be crazy, and like I didn't care. Like no one was gonna. That's my shit, People try to, yeah, maybe you should do this and that, and just like, whatever, just.
But it seems like there almost should be like a hey in the contract. Like, look, dude,
there should almost be like, this is the way it's gonna be.
You need to read this and like at least acknowledge this before you go fuck this, man, because like again, it's like I have some of those weird things in life, like, oh man, like God, that's what the adults were trying to tell me when I was young.
No, I do all the time.
My mom, all right, I always wanted as a stoner surfer, I always wanted a VW bus, right?
Yeah.
My mom and dad were like, no. You don't want a VW bus. It's gonna break down. It's a disaster waiting now. You don't want a fucking VW bus. Mm-hmm. I got my VW bus one. I fucking tooled around, went down to Baja and stuff. Well, one day, man, I'm jamming down Interstate 5 in Oregon. I'm living up in Portland. I got to be in court in Klamath Falls, dude, because I fucked up. And I'm jamming in my VW bus, and dude, the engine catches on fire. Dude, I'm standing on the side of Interstate 5, flames shooting out of my thing, fucking knowing I got to be in court. Yeah. The next morning, bright and early, Klamath Falls is like a hanging court, and I'm like, I remember standing on the highway with my skate and my sleeping bag, like, oh, this is what my mom and dad were talking about.
Yeah.
This is why I don't want a VW bus.
Yeah.
Because now when I really need a car, it's on fire on the side of Interstate 5. And now what?
Yeah.
I abandoned it. I left it, flames shooting out of the side, and put my thumb out and was gone.
Yeah.
And I got to the next exit, called my girlfriend, and was like, dude, you got to come rescue me, man. She was pissed.
Did you make it?
I made it, dude.
Oh, that's sick. And you got the lesson.
Yeah, and the lesson, dude. But it was gnarly. I got out to Klamath Falls, but I've always been like a kind of straight shooter with the court. So I'm in Klamath Falls, right? I got busted on an Amtrak train for leading like a bar car riot. It just madness, dude.
Wait, you what?
I had published a novel, right? And I was going down to meet my partner, and we were going to start a book tour down here in LA and start a book tour, right? So I was taking the Amtrak so I could party, right?
Yeah.
So we're taking the Amtrak, and I've already got my party kit, and we're partying, and in the bar car, everyone's raging and the whole thing. All of a sudden, some punks, like, on the train's like, we're cutting off everybody and the drinks and the whole thing, and I just got out of control. Like, oh, it's outrageous! And everyone's like, there was a bar car riot.
Yeah.
Because everyone wanted to party.
Yeah.
And they bundled me, dude, and stuffed me in the back of the mail car, all cuffed and stuffed and face down. And we stopped at the next stop was Klamath Falls, and they handed me off to the Klamath Falls sheriff. The hottest was I was on the train, so I brought a bunch of stuff. I had surfboards and all sorts of shit, dude. And I had to load it in the like the squad car. Like the cop had to undo me so I could get my surfboard in the window. It was just this. But when I first moved to Oregon, I went up to on the like Burnside pilgrimage in the early '90s. Like everyone was this like Mecca, right? And I rolled up there and first time in Oregon, and this kid's like, "Look, man, there's two places you need to avoid in Oregon. One's called the Dalles, and the other's Klamath Falls, dude." And I remember sitting there in the squad car in Klamath Falls, like, I think that kid told me never to come to Klamath Falls. But I was on a train who was just stuck, and it was this Klamath Falls spin.
That's fucking funny.
But yeah, I got in a bunch of trouble in Klamath Falls. Drunk and disorderly and fucking...
whatever else they found.
Yeah, just being a fucking pain in the ass, dude. Just another lesson learned, dude.
That's funny.
But yeah, dude. But going back to the thing, like, it's a radical responsibility, but a young man with a bunch of cash, dude.
Oh my God, yeah. It's insane.
That's pretty cool, though. If you make it.
Yeah, if you pull it.
A lot of these dudes blow themselves out, though, on the whole thing.
Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. And most of it are attracted to it usually. Well, at least my era came from fucking shit backgrounds, so they weren't, equipped to deal with anything already.
Yeah, all broken homes, that kind of weird shit.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Thrashers.
A lot of that.
Are you an LA guy? Born and raised?
I actually was born in San Diego.
Okay, you're a San Diego guy.
Yeah, but I grew up here, Orange County, back and forth.
Yeah, okay. Southern California guy.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine coming out of some of those, like a lot of those weird guys coming out of the South and back East and stuff, like real thrashers.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think just skateboarding in general, especially then, it was just like...
Dude, that's what's so... I trip on that. I was listening to some fucking kids complain. You don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there was nothing.
Yeah.
Red curbs, some shitty ditches. Maybe some guy built a half pipe in their backyard, and it was like a big scene for a hot moment.
Yeah.
I remember driving to Derby Skate Park, like road tripping up there to go skate Derby. Mm-hmm. Like there's a skate, like let's go to Derby. Let's get in the car and fucking drive to Derby, dude. Like, now these kids could drive down the street and they're bitching and moaning. I'm like, dude, really?
Oh yeah. I even trip now, like all this, like when I get like burned out on everything. Like now I think about it, and like what we had growing up, which was fucking nothing. Because I came from I started skating like '89.
Yeah.
That was the fucking when shit just died.
Dude, how radical was that? I can't believe skateboarding survived in a weird way. But everyone,
of course, it's different.
I know, but
cockroaches, dude.
I know, but it's that weird thing. It's like you couldn't get vans. I remember rolling airlocks and shit, dude.
Shit got weird.
Yeah, shit got real weird with the super small wheels.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I was telling you. Like I got out of handrails because the only decks you get were like Pal Peraltas, and they would fucking break. Just constantly break, and I didn't have any money. And I remember I made a decision, like I can't afford to figure this out.
Yeah.
Because I would break in boards all the time.
Dude, I would get brand new wheels, dude, and how much were wheels then? Like $30 for a set? Like fucking, I didn't have much money. And then fucking do one power slide flip trick, like a backside flip, we got flat spots.
Done, yeah.
Yeah, on these bearing covers. It sucked.
Bearing covers, that's all they were, too.
Oh my God, yeah, everything was just
it was the dark ages of skating, man.
But now I look back at them and I love them. They're so...
But it was like to ride through it. Like I remember I was sitting the Burnside thing happened and the park started, big heavy parks coming back, and I was still riding. I remember I was I think I was out in Philly, dude. I was living and I was at FDR, dude. Okay. I was just
Were you living out there?
Yeah, I was living in Pennsylvania for a while, dude.
Oh shit.
5 years. I was running a dude ranch.
Oh, what?
like a dude ranch with like horses and cowboy shit, man. Like my girlfriend's dad had it. I went and learned the business, and I was living up in the sticks in Pennsylvania. And Philly I would go down to FDR all the time. That was like my thing. And I remember sitting there and being like, I made it.
Yeah.
Like I made it through the fucking bullshit of skating. Like I'm like in my world, I'm the last dude. Yeah. I'm the last dude who still skates. Yeah. Like all my other bros dropped out fucking a decade plus ago. Like I just I just got lucky. Like I was just I went to the Burnside and I was like, I'm staying here. I lived there for 5 years and was like, dude, this is like the Burnside changed my life. Yeah. Cause I was like, this is I'm moving to Portland. Yeah. And this is the shit. Something's going on here, man. Fucking something's going on here. And then I ended up, there was time to move back to PA, and then I was like I would go down to FDR and like check out what was going on there and be like, it's radical, man. Like Philly's a tough city, dude. Like
I spent a lot of time out there.
I like it out there, man. I love the East Coast, man. Yeah. But rough, dude. Like we talked about, there's nothing in street skate, but we got velvet sidewalks. Yeah. Like you go pushing down the road. Yeah. I even up in Portland, I used to just trip pushing down the street. You'd hit some pretty rough concrete. Be like, oh.
No, I love skating like the U.S. and like Midwest, East Coast, like because it is so fucking crusty.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
Those fucking like Brandon Westgates and those dudes are hard, dude. Oh yeah, coming out of that fucking gnarly. Cold, rough, weird shit, man. Mm-hmm. I dig it, man.
Yeah, it's sick.
But yeah, skating's a trip. Like when I hear those dudes that are like, oh, I don't skate anymore. I'm like, that sounds yeah. Because skating's something. There's some like. I don't know what it is, man.
No, it keeps you young, man.
Right? Like it keeps you young, dude. Yeah, even though like so hot. I was at Venice, right? You know, Venice is kind of a weird scene sometimes. There's this fucking young kid ripping, and he's giving me a hard time. Like, okay, I got my basic lines. I fucking do. I ain't trying to do anything crazy. I just want to go fast. Like, fast is my thing. Yeah. And he's giving me a hard time, and I go, look, man. I go, I'll see you when you're 45, bro. You give me a hard time, dude. What are you, 18? Yeah. Yeah, get to when you're 45 and see if you're still skating, bro. Good luck.
Yeah, no.
Because your attitude sucks right now. Yeah. Because I never would have mouthed off to some older fucking skater, dude, when I was 18.
Yeah, right.
I'd have been like, dude, how you doing that, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I remember this dude when I was a little kid at preschool. His car broke down up above where we were, and he skated back down to where we were. And I remember being like, whoa, that dude's like old. And he's got his skate in his car. And I remember it always has this lasting impression. This dude skating down the hill when his car broke down. I was like, okay.
How old was he?
He's probably 20, you know, man, but I'm like 6, so.
No, I know. I used to trip, dude. Yeah, for sure. Dude would be at 20. Like, fuck, he's old.
Yeah. But that's what's weird, right? As you get older, like how gnarly it all changes, right?
Yeah.
Like you saying you're 36, big video park coming out, Thrasher, the whole
thing. When I was growing up, it was fucking ancient. I never even thought I'd be 36.
Right?
Let alone, like, when I was like 17 or 18 skating, like, I remember being like 16, being like, I wonder if I'll be skating when I'm 18.
Dude, when I thought I was turning 40, dude, I thought life was over. I had no idea life was just starting at 40.
That's rad.
It's pretty radical, man. I give all you kids out there, man, just don't ever throw in the towel, man. But it's weird. I'll be rolling around with dude. I'm 45. I'll look at some dudes that are 20 and be like, dude, you look old. Yeah. You're like they've like given up life. Like, dude, you're young, man. You do anything you fucking want, man. Yeah. Like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah. Like, break free. Come on. I think that's the thing we got as skaters. Like, yeah. We're not trapped by like the perception of the square society.
No, for sure. I trip on. I'll see dudes that are my age. I'll be like, God, they look like they're fucking 50. Yeah. They're just like hammered by life.
Yeah, and it's just because they never went and did anything fun. Yeah. You know, all balled up like. When I got out of college, like everybody went and did their career bullshit, right? Like fucking 401ks, and I remember the Obama bubble, right? But everyone, the shit devalued, and then they lost a third on their 401ks. And I did some quick calculation. They gave up it was 15 years basically since they started. They lost 5 years of their fucking life. Save it, you know what I mean? And I was like, I lived that 5 years, man. I don't have anything to show for it except I lived it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but what do you? I mean, you got kids now and shit. I'm sure it's fucking. I don't have kids yet, but yeah, like me, I always I want to slide into that fucking grave smoking, dude.
Dude, you're the first dude that's ever said that to me, because that's all new to me.
Yeah,
you have kids and shit.
Well, now you gotta.
I know, dude. That's crazy. Dude.
Now you gotta think about, well, what am I leaving them? Like, but I always kind of, I subscribe to the same thing. Like, I'll fucking slide into that fucker, just everything broken and the way it should be. Yeah. You know, like you better use it up. You better do it.
Well, it's that weird saying I heard once, man. If you live while you're young, you never grow old.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's
because your body can't. Like that's the thing. Like I've never really ridden motorcycles. Mm-hmm. Like I learned to ride a motorcycle like a couple years ago just to have the James Bond skills in case it was required of me. Yeah. So I know how to ride one. But like I would never go and like jump one because my body wouldn't know how to take those impacts. Like it's got the skating impacts kind of dialed, but like if I were to like, my legs just telescope into the boots or so, you know, because I look at that, I'm like, wow, that looks pretty fun. But I go, nah, dude, you're old. Like you can't learn.
Motorcycles are fun. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's just that weird thing of like, you got your tricks, dog.
Yeah.
The things you've spent your life fucking around with.
I'm that too. I don't even ride those fucking things.
Oh, they're gnarly, dude.
Yeah. Fuck that. I got motorcycles, whatever. Like,
it's weird in LA thing. Like every now and then, I'm like, but then I had it right.
Yeah.
And I was roaming around on the motorcycle, and I was like, nah. I bought it for my buddy, right? He gave me a bro deal. I learned to ride it. I had it for like 6 months. One day I like tripped out, and I just drove it to his house and parked it. And I go, dude, I want you to have your motorcycle back.
Yeah.
He's like, but it's yours. I go, nah, I'm giving it back to you. He's like, well, you want? I go, no, I don't even want the money, man. I just don't want it.
Yeah.
I learned how to ride, and I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Because I was getting adventuresome. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's me. Like, exactly. Like, I'm going to get comfortable in that thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start taking some risks on it. And it's like, that's what everybody does. That I know that like skates or surfs or whatever. That naturally it's going to happen.
That's what I mean. It's like.
And those dudes get fucking broke off.
Yeah. That's why I saw it. I was like, I still kind of, now I'm kind of wanting, summertime's coming. I'm like, because I live up in the hills. I just want to get to the beach and park.
Yeah, no, that helps.
But I never made it past, like I live out in Malibu.
The fucking moped thing or the ruckus.
The 3 wheels?
No, it's got like, I think they're like kind of wider 2-wheel.
Nah, you can't. That's like cheating. You gotta get it fucking.
You gotta get a motorcycle.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Yeah. But I like the Honda thing. I don't need a Harley.
Okay.
And I don't need a Rice Rocket.
Yeah.
I just need to like.
Yeah, get down there.
Rainier beer. Used to be my favorite ad ever, dude.
Wait, what was that?
It was an old, remember Rainier beer? It was an old beer back in the 70s. I remember as a kid, right? And the ad was a motorcycle, like a Honda.
Yeah.
And like Mount Rainier in the background, and it would be Rainier beer. And it always has stuck with me as like.
That's fucking fun. That was a little before my time.
Yeah, I always loved that ad because it was just tied into the sound of the motorcycle.
That's fucking hilarious.
It stuck with me forever. And I had a Rainier beer motorcycle, and I thought, Rainier beer. I think it was the dude I saw get clipped. I was driving. I saw a dude flipping above the traffic one day, and I was like, nah, dude, I don't want to be that guy, dude.
Yeah, no, because then again, like you said, we got our shit already, and it's like, I don't want to fuck with that shit. Like, I want to skate.
I enjoy what I got.
Surf. I want to fucking, this is my shit. This is the place where I'll take some risks, but I don't want to, like snowboarding. Everybody I know comes back with like a fucking cast to here, like hooked to the side. Every fucking buddy I know comes back fucked up from snowboarding. And I don't know if you snowboard, but
I spent some time doing that one.
Fucking hate snowboarding. Every time I've gone,
he's the one who actually admits it.
I fucking hate snowboarding.
Every
time I've gone twice, I fucking find myself scorpioning down the mountain, like, and then all the gear and the fucking money and the everything.
It's expensive. Well,
fucking the worst,
I had a whole thing. I used to be way into it for a while, but I was all about, you got to live within 10 miles of the mountain.
Yeah.
Because of the driving shit. Everyone's drinking and driving and the
Yeah.
snowy roads and stuff. So you got to have a season pass. So I did a couple winters, right? Like got close to a mountain. I did one in Montana where I spent the winter.
Yeah.
I was working in a milk factory at night, ski bum by day.
Fuck.
Close to it. But it was weird. I had this little pickup truck. And I would, me and my chick would motor up there, we'd drink our coffee and just motor.
Yeah.
And do these SUVs would pass us and we'd pass them in the ditch. But there was always like wrecks and stuff. Like that's what freaks me out about the whole snowy mountain ski vibe is the drunk drivers.
Yeah, everybody's fucking wasted.
Everyone's hammered, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like, whatever, like my whole thing is like I can get into the mountain. I would just get in the car at the end and just be like, fuck, here we go, dude. Like, fuck, dude, we're gonna make it down to the bottom of the hill or some fucking moron gonna fucking take us all out, dude. Because you don't have any control.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like fully at the mercy of the road. Like it's not like you can like do anything. Like I don't like driving in the ice with other people.
Yeah, no.
I can groove it, but it's still sketchy. But like, man, you throw in some fucking look how bad people drive and the roads are perfect out here.
Oh yeah.
I haven't driven in the snow with the iPhone thing yet either, right?
No.
Like think about how distracted everybody is now with the phones in the car. Imagine people who live in the snow with that shit, dude.
Dude, yeah, it's fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. Like
I couldn't.
So I don't fuck with the mountains anymore.
Yeah, I've never really been a big mountain. I mean, they're cool, but yeah.
Oh, you mean you're not pulling a Jeff Rowley and going out there and fucking hacking down a tree and fucking skinning a buffalo and?
Yeah, no.
How that dude just went full fucking tropo, dude, with that thing. I think it's kind of bitching.
Oh, I think it's sick. You know?
He's got his own line of like gear and stuff.
And the rad thing about him too is he was doing that for years, just observing, not even actually, hunting and like actually killing anything or doing anything. Like he's just always been kind of an outdoorsman.
But it's weird because he comes from like England.
Yeah.
Like it's like the westward dream, dude. Like in a weird way,
Mm-hmm.
I'm way into that. Like he gets to do what a guy like me who grew up out here dreams of doing. But he came from that like.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like I like in awe of this whole thing actually.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck, man. That's all I like. If you took it all away, like if I'd give up the ocean and the skating to go live up in the mountains in my motherfucking business.
Yeah.
I'd have to build a bowl or something in the back, but I did that in Pennsylvania. That was my big thing.
Oh, you built a bowl?
Yeah, started building my own concrete. I mixed concrete in a bathtub out in the middle of the woods by myself and fucking. I got like the half pipe part done. And,
oh, fucking sick.
yeah, I was way into that whole DIY stuff. There's this guy following Instagram, Clayton Gowell or something. He's all in LA. He's just making DIY shit like all over the city, dude.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
Yeah. Like it's like I'm like I want to go talk
I gotta
to.
follow him.
Yeah, I'll
Is he making street shit or just?
Yeah, weird shit like on the side of like little humps and weird things with pool coping and stuff, and like on the streets of LA, dude.
I've made a few things. I got into doing a few.
I think that's the revolution of skating is the DIY stuff, man.
Yeah, no, it's sick. You can make fucking just.
Because I'd way rather like that's the one thing LA doesn't. Yeah, I guess you do. We got fucking San Pedro and then Washington Street. I like the DIY
yeah, that's
skate
that
parks,
shit on steroids. I've made like a fucking Jersey barrier.
Yeah, but that's fucking killer, man. Just making your own shit. Like,
oh, it rules.
That was the big push when I was doing the Malibu thing. Was like, no, just give us a piece of land, put up a green fence around us, and just let us build our own shit. They're like, what do you mean? Like, yo, just let us pour our own concrete and form our own shit. It wouldn't cost you a penny, dude. Yeah. Just let us build. We want to build our own. Skaters are like that. Like, it's more like it's the love for it, right? You know.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure.
It's a trip. All right, we're going an hour 14. I think we done.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
That flew by.
Right. Well, that's my whole trip with it. Like, I won't edit it. I'll just upload it straight.
Yeah.
Because like I did that once. Was I telling you about that? I did that with the first interview I did was with after Richie. No, it was Tori Pudwell.
Okay.
They had me down to Gavin had me down to interview him for his new shoe came out, right?
Yeah.
So I did the Tori Pudwell interview like we did here, but I went home and I chopped it up like the interview format and put wrote the question and but I was trying to get it all down to like 20 minutes or something, dude. And I realized that like all the good shit was all the weird nothing stuff, and I always have regretted that I don't have the whole thing and continue it because the questions kind of built on each other. You know what I mean? Like it was like they looked all chop blocky, but I was like there was a whole like narrative of like how we got to what we were talking about that got lost in the whole I guess learning curve, right? I'll get another shot at him. He's a cool kid too, man.
Yeah.
So Anthony, I appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Super fired up on your video part, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thanks for the deck, dude. Where's your product, dude? Gotta support his company, man. Yeah.
That's Dylan Reader's board. Go out and get it.
Yeah. Go out and get it. You got one too?
Yeah, I do.
What's yours on it? Well, I'll go look online. I'll put a link down below, dude.
Fucking awesome store.
Fuckingawesomestore.com, baby. Oh, look, dude. And it's got Charles Schultz. Yeah, dude. Copyright violation. Fuck you. I was reading what's the guy who does that Shaun White ripped off all his art.
Shaun White did?
You know, he's the skater, does a lot of skate art. And anyway, he was talking.
Shaun White ripped off skate art?
Yeah, from all the Shaun White stuff is taken off of this skater dude's style of art. Dude, we'd know who he is if I could remember his name, but I'm bad with names.
Yeah, it's early.
So yeah, it's not even noon, dude. And so I was reading this article, and I read that Juxtapose magazine all the time, and I was reading it, and he was like, I was surfing, looking on the internet, and I had this little skate company. Like he'd made it like that, 20 decks for my bros, and it was these two birds smoking a cigarette. Mm-hmm. And he's like, my thing became this meme, and no one gave my the little tag on my thing that there was art. And he was like talking about how just like they stuck a cigarette in my birds, and they were down a joint, of course. Yeah, it was some pot thing, dude. It was just weird how it's like social media and how they fuck you guys and your copyright, dude.
Right.
It's on.
Oh, yeah.
There's no copyright anymore, dude.
It's all fucking,
It's a free-for-all. Free-fire zone.
It's a fucking free-for-all. Everything's just mashed up.
Yeah, who cares, man? I like it that way. It's like the rap thing, but like life-size. But anyway, see, we're drifting again, dude. We just got another 5 minutes out of that. All right, we're out. That's that.
Later.